A long time ago, in the mist-covered outskirts of the Xi'an province, there lived a man named Liang. He had no home, no family, and no name anyone remembered. People simply called him the Beggar by the rail. Each morning, Liang would hop onto the first train he could find, quietly moving from village to village, station to station, gently extending his hand, asking strangers for a coin, a leftover bun, or sometimes just a look of kindness. Some gave, most ignored. But Liang never complained. His life was quiet, routine, and invisible. One autumn morning, as the red leaves danced across the old wooden platform, Liang boarded a train that would change his fate. He noticed a man sitting near the window. His robe was crisp, white like the first snow, and his hair was slicked back like the merchants from the capital. A briefcase sat beside him, polished, untouched by dust. Liang's eyes lit up. He must be a wealthy trader, he thought. He approached with hope in his step. "Sir," Liang said, bowing low, "a small coin for a man with nothing." The man looked at him for a long moment. His silence was sharp, his eyes unmoved. Then, with a cold voice, he spoke. "Why should I give you anything?" Liang stood there stunned. "You ask me for money," the man continued, "but tell me, what do you have to give in return?" Liang hesitated, confused. I am just a beggar," the man scoffed. "If you have nothing to give, then you have no right to ask. Remember that." And without another word, the man stood and stepped off the train as it halted at the next station. That night, Liang couldn't sleep. The stranger's words echoed through his mind like a bell in an empty temple. What do I have to give? The next morning, he walked near a forgotten patch of land beside the station where wild jasmine flowers had bloomed. Their fragrance was soft, delicate, almost like a prayer whispered by nature. An idea sparked. That day, for every coin someone gave him, Liang handed them a single flower. Some laughed, others were surprised. But slowly, something changed. People began to smile. Children waited for him. Passengers whispered, "Ah, there he is, the beggar with the blossoms." Weeks passed, months turned slowly. One spring day, fate struck again. On a crowded train rolling through the mountains, Liang saw him. The same man in white, the wealthy trader. Their eyes met. This time, Liang didn't bow. He walked with quiet dignity, extended his hand and said, "This time, I have something to give." He offered a coin-sized bouquet of jasmine. The man paused. Then, slowly, he reached into his coat and placed a few coins in Liang's hand. For a moment, there was silence. Then the man smiled. "Now you understand. To receive, one must first learn to give." And with that, he vanished into the crowd. That night, Liang sat by the station fire, his heart pounding. For the first time, he spoke aloud, not to others, but to himself. "I am not a beggar. I am a man who gives. I am a businessman." People around him laughed. Some called him mad, but Liang didn't care. His mind was no longer trapped in survival. It had awakened to purpose. He vanished for 6 moons. And then one bright morning, in the busy market of the capital, 2 well-dressed men crossed paths. "Excuse me," one said. "Do I know you?" The other chuckled. "Not once, but twice you changed my life." "I don't follow. I am Liang, the beggar from the train." The businessman's eyes widened. "I started with wild flowers. Then I began buying them. Today I run one of the largest flower markets in the region." He bowed respectfully. "You didn't give me coins that day. You gave me something more powerful. You gave me a thought." And so, this forgotten tale from the old lands of Xi'an teaches us one thing. Before you expect the world to give you something, ask yourself, what do you bring to the table? We all have something to offer. Whether it is time, effort, a gesture, or a flower. Growth begins not when your pockets are full, but when your mind starts to expand. So the next time life pushes you down, remember Liang, the man who stopped asking and started giving. And from that moment, everything changed. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs a reminder of their potential. This is Motivated Soul, where every story is a seed of strength. I'll see you in the next one.